Woo! Sugar Dumpling, happy Sunday. Welcome to my version. I was gonna say my version of Unfiltered. This is Unfiltered. That's what I'm calling it. You know I'm not editing anything. I'm just gonna start the way that I'm starting because it is what it is. I gotta keep it authentic. I shouldn't have pressed the button so fast, but you know I'm not about to stop it and start it over. So anyway, my rant is done. Sugar Dumplings, how y'all doing? I'm gonna clean my teeth, make sure I ain't got no little color on there. How y'all doing? I trust that this message finds you well, and if not, let me smile at you. Just to make you smile. I don't know what's going on inside of your world in your life today, but I trust this by you being here on the other virtual end, that I bring you some moment of joy or a smile while you're with me. So listen, Sugar Dumpling, I've been wrecking my brain. I didn't even say who I was. Hold on. For those of y'all that have been following me and know who I am, you know I'm Spiritual Tiik. For those of you that are new, welcome to the authenticity of me. Yes, I have multiple sides. I'm super goofy and I just let things be as they are. But you know, it is what it is. But I am a holistic practitioner, an energy healer, and overall global impact creator. If you want to know more about me, Sugar Dumpling, click the link in my bio and it'll tell you everything that you need to know. But for now, let's get into this Unfiltered, right? So I'm in on this whole journey of YouTube long form, and my beautiful, individual, one of them in my life that challenged me to do these long forms, and I was kicking and screaming and kicking about why I didn't want to do it. I actually have to admit, I kind of like them now. I kind of like showing up for y'all. I kind of like ranting because God knows the throat chakra is on. And I have the gift of gab. And yes, I did kiss the Blarney Stone up in Ireland. And for those of y'all that know about the Blarney Stone, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up, sugar, look it up. So, into the topic. So I was wrecking my brain because the other day I had a download and I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a good topic for Sunday. You need to write it down. Now, me and my Virgo-isms know doggone well I'm real busy. And I should have wrote it down and put it in my calendar like I had told myself when I got the download. But did I do it? No, I didn't do it. And I know many of you are like that too. I didn't do it. So guess what? I was sitting up here meditating for a couple of seconds when I thought, oh, what is it that I wanted to talk about? That was a good topic. And now I don't know what the topic was. So you know what? It is what it is, sugar. It is what. That's why this is Unfiltered. But guess what I do? What I do want to talk about now because it's kind of downloaded. And normally I don't like to get involved. And I probably still shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway because I want to talk about something. It just came to me, right? And I've been thinking about people and y'all and this whole AI topic. Now listen. For y'all start coming for Tiik, right? I'm energy work and I like to keep it authentic and real and lay hands on you and make you smile and bring light from the inside. But I gotta talk about this because I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been having conversations on conversations, and there's so many people that got so much to say about AI, right? And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna give you my opinion. Usually I don't, but I am, right? My opinion is I was so anti-AI. No, I said was. I still kind of am. Y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I still kind of am. I'm like, wait a minute. I am definitely one of those people to go, hold on. Why are you using it? Well, it's the benefits of you using it, right? Because also, I'm very mindful to the energy and the things that are happening in this world and at a rapid pace, right? And there's so many fears that come along with the use. I can't even say the birth, because guess what? AI been around for so long, y'all. So long. How long y'all had them iPhone? What y'all on version 17? Listen, I'm nowhere near version 17 on my iPhone, okay, that I have. Matter of fact, for my Android people to try to come for me, I got an Android too. Yes, I have two phones, and don't judge me. But let's be honest. Siri been on the phone for a little time, right? Conditioning to where the global masses began to use something that they thought, oh, this is just a tool. Then the tool became something that some people rely on, right? And there's different forms of these AI tools. But now the people are talking about this app, that app, people are getting even more weary. And I'm like, well, hold on, sugar. But this has been going down for years. This has been happening for years. I'm gonna come back to that word conditioning because spirit is leading me down the lane, right? So here's the thing. If you want to promote change in society, what do you need to do? First of all, you got to get comfortable You got to get people to be comfortable about that change, right? Because when the masses begin to agree, then that thing becomes a reality for them, right? Enough people believing the same thing, what happens? They believe it's true. Even if it's not, come on. There's some things I can tap into to really start scratching, but I'm not going to scratch because y'all can use your imagination on what it is that I potentially am talking about. But you know what I'm talking about, okay? And this is why it's important, because whenever I talk about energy, I always talk about the energy and motion, right? And how, our vehicle, the physical body, is fueled by energy and motion, okay? And that energy and motion is how you feel, darling. That's what keeps us going. That's what makes us attract the things that we want to attract. Now, my opinion on AI. It can be used as a tool. However, in the conversations that I've been having with people recently, I have to be honest, my mind is blown. Not because I don't have an understanding of how fast something could to work for you by you using the tool. I'm a bit taken back by how people are using the tool. Like, it's becoming their everyday part of their life, meaning they're not thinking for themselves. Now that's where Tiik got to slide in. And I got to go, hold on, okay? And I had some conversations with a group of people, right? So I had some super adults, okay, 30 plus, some younger adults, 30 below, some little teeny boppers, y'all teenagers. And I'm hearing the same story. And some of the stories that I'm hearing, it's rattling me, y'all. It really is rattling me. And I want you to reflect on it because, I get it. Someone said to me, well, I don't really have nobody to talk to. I said, so who are you talking to? Well, I can process everything out with chat. And I was like, okay, but how is that working out for you? So my curiosity, because I've been curious since I was a little kid, okay? I'm curious about everything. I got answers and I got questions, and then I got more questions for the answers that came, and I want to keep on going, right? Because I'm curious. I've always had them. And so the curiosity in me goes, okay, listen, y'all, I don't know much about chat, okay? With the exception of only recently, I've been green lighting to, listen, ain't nobody got time to be searching 1,000 locations on names. Yeah, run that, okay? I get it. For research purposes, I get that. But I am struggling with using it for everything, like it becoming your thought process. Because let's just get into the science of it, okay? Now listen. I'm not no science teacher. I'm not about to get into no physics or anything like that. But I want you to think about how we learn, how we remember, okay? If you're using that tool all the time and you become reliant on it, the question that I want you to ask yourself, are you thinking for yourself? Whose ideas is it? Is it yours or is it the AI? And this is real talk. This is real talk. And I'll be honest, it's making me question everyone I talk to that tells me that they're using it. See, people tell me, oh, but Tiik, it saves me time. Okay, I can see that as one benefit, but saves you time in what way? So do you write down several things and then you push it through the AI to see what comes back and you take that verbatim? I had someone send me something and it went up my spine. There was no kumbaya. There was, wait a minute, okay? And I got into that wait a minute because I realized that they had sent me something on a campaign, but that campaign wasn't reflective of who I am, which meant then that they hadn't taken the time, and it was gonna be a big deal because I got something about to drop, y'all, that I can't tell you about yet, right? And I don't want to put them out there like that, so I'm not gonna say what it is. But anyway, I was very curious about the plan that they had, and that it sounded very chat, as some people say. And so that meant then that I had to go in and I had to edit this document so that it related to who I am and what it is that I do. So I hand did that. You understand what I mean? Because it has to make sense. So I don't want to be, and I'm not going to be ever, like someone else, because I'm not. I'm wonderfully weird. Hello, plug. If you don't know about my wonderfully weird, then click the link in the bio. But I'm wonderfully weird, and each and every one of you is wonderfully weird, meaning that you need to step into your full power and be your unique self. What I don't want people to do, and again, it's not my business, and I get that, I'm just having a little rant. I don't want you to be consumed or lose, better yet, change my words. I don't want you to lose your identity to what is meant to be a tool. Because who do you become? Who do you evolve into if you are giving all that you are to an AI tool and then waiting on responses? Listen, I'm not judging. I just want you to be curious about your actions, because I told you Tiik is curious. I'm super curious about everything. But I want you to be curious about how you're using these tools. And if you are not curious about how you're using your tools, and you're using it for gain, listen, I'm personal. I'm authentic in a number of ways, and I hear people like, yeah, I wrote a book. No, you didn't write that book. You didn't write that book, Sugar Dumpling. AI wrote the book. And one person can say, yeah, but I'm making gains off of it. I'm making money. I don't chase money. Money's a frequency, it's a currency. Money can't buy you everything. It can buy you some things, make you feel good temporarily, but it can't give you the fundamental things that makes us human. Those things are priceless. So when I hear someone say that they're taking those sort of actions, I gotta go, hold on, I gotta get into the energy of it. What's your intent behind that action? And again, Sugar Dumpling, I just want to throw some food for thought. I'm just ranting. I want you to reflect. I want you to think about, but why and how am I using this? Are you being honest with yourself on how you're using the tool? Now. You heard me say at the beginning, I was against it. And I said, I still kind of am. Yes, I will agree. I use it more recently for research purposes. But I am still very much so, very, 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 very not about to do a few other things. Because on the energetic level, in ways that I'm not about to dive into now, and talking about the vibration of the frequency and energy of this planet. For those of you that are aware and expanding your awareness, you can dive into that. What this is just a little rant about how you're using those tools. And if you're using them in a way that's taking away you evolving for yourself, you problem solving for yourself, then know that will impact your memory, that will impact your skills, because that means you're not developing your skills. When we learn through consistency in an action, in a behavior. That's what's instilled in memory, right? But if you dump everything into the tool and you're not reflecting on what it is that you're receiving, and you're just accepting it for what it is, then you're not giving your chance an opportunity. You're not giving yourself a chance to opportunity. Okay, let me get the words out, y'all. You're not giving yourself the opportunity. Maybe Spirit wanted me to say it just the way it was said. You're not giving yourself a chance, right? I was attempting to say you're not giving yourself the opportunity to learn that for yourself, but I said it twice. I'm going to let Spirit lead. You're not giving yourself the chance to expand and evolve. Again, I'm just ranting. But it's things that I want you to reflect on. And again, yeah, I know we live in a world where things are evolving and they're moving in a direction that's really out of my control, out of your control. This is not about whether or not we continue to use AI. That's not what this rant is about. This rant is about wanting you to reflect on how you use it and make sure that you are looking at if it is consuming you and it's no longer being used as a tool, but it's being used as something that you take verbatim. I don't want us to lose our humanisms, right? Everyone's getting so excited and dancing around the energy of something new, especially for my people that are techie. Yeah, it might be exciting, But you know what's real exciting? You know what's the real flex? Love. Being able to love, being able to experience. Listen, an AI tool can't do that. But I know some of y'all, if you could download your ideal person and have them become like you'll be downloading, right? All I'm saying is don't do it in secret though. Live your whole truth. Be okay then with your actions, right? Because I'm okay with mine. My invitation is for you to be okay with yours. My invitation is for you to continue to reflect on your actions and what it is that you're doing and make sure that it's operating for your highest and greatest good. So yeah, I couldn't remember my topic today, but I guess the reflection is on how you are going to progress in the world with this whole AI thing. How you going to use it? Make sure that you decide what that means for you. And if you feel like, but Tiik, this is working for me, well, continue. I'm not trying to tell nobody to turn off. And trying is lying. I'm not telling you to turn off. What I'm telling you is that I just want you to take a deeper dive into making sure you're making it work for you, not the other way around. Okay. Those are some of my reflections. And I know I just been ranting for the last 15 minutes or so. But you know, hey, maybe one statement out of there will land for somebody. Because the message for me is clear. Don't lose your authenticity, boo. Because I want to see the uniqueness that's inside of you. I'm about to be out. Y'all go and have a beautiful, blessed evening, day. And if it land, drop me a line in the comment. Let me know how you using the tool. If it's working for you, I'll comment. Because I'm curious. I want to know. Anyway, darling. Until next week. Next time I have a download for my topic, I'm going to definitely write it down. But anyway, until next week, y'all be safe out there. Okay? Take it one moment at a time. Trust the process. Make sure you tap into self. Do what I like to call a cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale slow. Do that 2 times, 3 times. That's what I call cycle of breath. I was going to say do it 2 more times. I had done it already once. But anyway, y'all get the point. Y'all take care of yourself now. You hear? All right. Bye.